Today, a special edition of USFL football. From historic Wembley Stadium in London, England, the USFL Champion Philadelphia Stars play the Tampa Bay Bandits. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jim Simpson. In 1948, this stadium hosted the first post-war Olympic Games. I was here in 1966 when all England went wild, and why not? In their kind of football, we call it soccer, they won the coveted World Cup, defeating West Germany in overtime. But now we've come full cycle from the World Cup to an exhibition of USFL football. And as always with me for these telecasts, Paul McGuire. Paul, season over. Stars have won the championship. Tampa Bay's out of the playoffs. They don't play again until next year. But here they are in England. Now, how do you get yourself ready for a game like this that really means not too much except you might get hurt?
Well, first of all, the players love to come over here because they go to another country and they get a chance to see another part of the world. The big thing for the number one units, starting offense and defense, they know it's going to be an easy day because they're going to play maybe one quarter. So that's not too bad. Where the war begins is when you start playing the second and third team, Jim. These are guys that are going to play for maybe some of them for the first time to show coaches there's a long time between now and spring. And I've got to believe that they want to show the coaches something that they're going to leave in the memories of the coaching staff. Say, hey, I can play on this football team, and maybe, just maybe, I can play first string.
Are you predicting a war at Wembley?
I hope so. I'd like to see that.
What do the British think of football? How much do they know about football? Well, we've got the little man with the big voice, an Englishman himself, and he's down at the sidelines. We'll hear from him throughout the entire game. Let's go down now, first time, to Peter Scowcroft.
Thanks, Jim. Welcome down here. All the fans here are really looking forward to seeing some American football. We got a lot of questions to ask. We want to know why American pro players wear all this armor. We have a great game here called rugby. They don't wear any padding. They're big guys. They tackle and crunch hard. So a lot of questions. I'll be going in and talking with Steve Spurrier and Jim Mora. Also to the fans and finding out all about this fantastic, exciting game of American football. Welcome to Wembley. Let's go back and join the experts.
All right, Peter, and we will also have questions to ask of the president and general manager of the champion Philadelphia Stars about the future of this league when we come back to Wembley Stadium for today's game. But now let us go back to Tom Mees.
Thank you very much, Jim Simpson, from across the pond at Wembley Stadium, live in London, England. The Philadelphia Stars, fresh off winning a USFL championship less than a week ago, last Sunday night at Tampa Stadium, taking on Bandit ball. In the person of the Tampa Bay Bandits, should be an excellent exhibition this afternoon on ESPN.
Now let's get down to business, the business of this final game of 1984 for the USFL. And what a spot here in Wembley Stadium. Jim Moore, his team has won the championship in its second year after losing in the playoffs last year in the final game out in Denver. This year winning in Tampa Bay. And on the same side of the field, believe it or not, that is a head football coach. That is Steve Spurrier. I don't know where he got that outfit. Probably not on Seville Row. Tampa Bay has won the toss and will receive. Trout kicks off. And this is Alvin Bailey settling it under at the 8-yard line. Bailey back across the 15. Bailey across the 20 and up to about the 27-yard line. Tampa Bay has a little one-upsmanship here in that they came out waving the flags of Great Britain. And so when the Philadelphia Stars came out with no flags, they got booed. John Reeves will start, number 7 at quarterback. Gary Anderson, 43. Marv Christian, 35, the running backs. Wilfred Morgan, 80. Willie Gillespie, 89. Are your wide receivers. John Brinkman, 85, is your tight end. Fike, Newton, Foote, Pitcock, and Smith, your forward wall. Here's Reeves back to throw on first down. Reeves out there off the end there to John Brinkman, put out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Defensively, William Fuller, Dave Ofer, and Bob Fielder, the front three. Fuller 95, Ofer 94, Fielder 96. Your linebackers, George Jameson 58, Glenn Howard 51, Sam Mills 54, George Cooper 56. Your corners, Jonathan Sutton 26, Garcia Lane 47, Antonio Gibson 23, and Mike Lush 27. The setback. Second down at about 5. First running play, and this is Gary Anderson, and he's not going to go anywhere. Dragged down behind the line of scrimmage by Garcia Lane, who's done an outstanding job. Willie Gillespie did not throw the block on him, so it's 3rd and 5.
Well, Jim, they're going to do something to speed up the clock, and it's a trial deal. What happens is normally before the if the go out of bounds or a drop pass, incomplete pass, the clock stops, and it stays stopped. What's happening now, if you go out of bounds before the 2 minutes of the half, before the 2 minutes at the end of the game, if there's a drop pass, an incomplete pass, or you go out of bounds, they will stop the clock momentarily until the ball is set and on the ready position by the referee. This clock will start, and they feel that they can save maybe 10 minutes each half.
Well, something has gone wrong already, Paul, because the clock shows that 14 minutes and 45 seconds remain, and I know they played more than 15 seconds. It is 3rd down and 5.
Well, it's also kept on the field, so that's all right.
Oh, yeah. Here's John Reeves back, lots of time. Throws coming out of the backfield is Gary Anderson. Anderson's got the first down out to the 44-yard line. Stopped by Sam Mills.
Well, Gary Anderson, he had total pass protection, only 3 men rushing. Watch the time that Reeves has in the backfield all day. Here comes Anderson. When he catches the ball, the man that always makes the tackle, Sam Mills.
And there is Gary Anderson out of Arkansas, completing his 2nd year. The ball is at the 44 of Tampa Bay. No score. In motion is Brinkman. And here's Reeves back to throw and has across the middle his man number 80, Wilford Morgan. Morgan's got a first down at the 40-yard line. And again, Garcia Lane, number 47, makes the stop.
Now let me ask you, my friend, do you think that they are not taking this game seriously? Tampa Bay has only run 1 play. They have thrown 4 times.
Hey, Jim. How's it work? John, right hand and come off the ball. Wait down and shit. Yell at him.
Tampa Bay is been throwing the ball. They have a first down at the 40-yard line. Reeves, just a quick draw to Anderson, who breaks to the outside and gives you an idea. His quickness and speed, gets to the outside and picks up about 7 yards. Mike Lush is the man number 27 on the tackle. Now, Mike Lush said before the game, get me quick because I may only play 1 play. Well, he played more than 1 play. Here comes Gary Anderson. Watch his quick speed to the outside. And you see... No. Thank you, Jim. I guess I'll be doing play-by-play. John Reeves, Willie Gillespie in motion. John Reeves hands off to Ricky Williams, and they pick up the first down near the 22-yard line, inside the 22. Tackled by George Jameson. Tampa Bay is doing something that I guess, Jim, I expected them to do, and that's come out and play their kind of football. Steve Spurrier likes to mix it up, likes to have a lot of excitement in the ball game. A lot of trick plays, which they really have not done yet, but I would imagine we're going to see it. And I've got Gary Anderson split out to the left, number 43. Straight drop back pass. Oh, what a beautiful pass into the end zone and out of the hands of Wilford Morgan. Wilford Morgan was downfield all by himself, beat John Sutton, and Reeves put the ball right on the money. This is Wilford Morgan. John Sutton, number 26, is covering. Watch this pass. Look where the pass is put, right in his hands. Wilford Morgan drops the ball. Wait a minute. I like this play-by-play. Wilford Morgan, unbelievable. Wilford Morgan back. He's working on Jonathan Sutton. He's working on Jonathan Sutton on the outside, and Reeves is as sharp as I've seen Reeves in a long time. There's John Reeves, and they get the plays from the sidelines. Jim Simpson's mic is temporarily out, so I'm not only doing play-by-play, but also doing color, which I love. I'll see you tomorrow, Jim. John Reeves. A fake to Gary Anderson. Across the middle to Brinkman. John Brinkman, the tight end for a touchdown. No one covered. John Brinkman came from right to left, across the field, and was wide open for the touchdown. And again, I've got to say, John Reeves is as sharp as I've ever seen him. Here, look at the protection. First, the fake to Gary Anderson. And you're going to see Reeves coming, or Brinkman coming across. Look, no one there. And there's the touchdown. Good pass play, good pattern. Zenon Andershishin for the extra point. And Willie Gillespie is the holder. 7-0 Tampa Bay. And we'll take a break here with the score. Tampa Bay 7, Philadelphia nothing.
As Philadelphia, the champions, have been pushed back and back by the passing of John Reeves until finally they broke with Brinkman in the clear. Mark McCants is the deep man, and Zenon Andershishin will kick off. And this is McCants. A flag on the play. McCants from the end zone, starting back, hands the ball off to Antonio Gibson, and Gibson gets across the way and fumbles the ball as he goes out of bounds at the 27-yard line. But remember, there was a flag on the play back at the 35-yard line.
Offside Tampa Bay.
And that's the call. And while we watch the officials look here, Ted Humphreys is our referee. Umpire Ted Colano, Tony Viteri, the head linesman.
Offside. Penalty is declined.
Penalty decline. Line judge John Everett. Bill Lang, the back judge. Side judge Joe Reichwein. Mike Looney, the field judge. Let's go to Peter Scowcroft.
Okay, thank you. Well, I got with me John Bassett. John, what about that TD?
Well, you know, we've got a great history of receiving the kickoff and going right down and scoring a touchdown, so it's nice to see that we've scored the first United States Football League touchdown in the history of England. And England has a long and dear history, Peter.
Yeah, and how? And what about your son, who's just been out on the field?
The good news is he's still alive. The bad news is he was offside, I think.
So what, are you optimistic about this game?
Well, our players have had a great week in London. We love it here. They've loved it here. And, of course, they got a lot of beer out of them on that first drive, so now they'll have to get down and protect that lead.
Okay, John, well done. Now let's go back up top.
All right, Peter. Chuck Fusina's first pass intended for Herbert Harris, incomplete. Second down 10 from the 27 for Philadelphia. And Fusina back to throw again, and this time a diving try by Willie Collier, and it is no good. And it is third down. Well, it's a little difficult, Paul, to win something called the USFL Championship after trying for 2 years, losing in a thriller last year, coming back to dominate Arizona, then fly across the Atlantic and spend a week celebrating, and then come out and be that sharp that quickly.
Well, they won it on Sunday night, and there was a big party for the team in Tampa, and then there was a big party Monday in Philadelphia, and they got on the plane Tuesday. It's been a long week.
7-0 Tampa Bay, 3rd and 10 Philadelphia. And here's the handoff, and take a look at this. Irv Eatman, the All-American offensive tackle, is carrying the ball. That is tackled by John Harrell, 6-year veteran out of Florida. Make that James. But watch this.
Watch number 75. It's the old Statue of Liberty play to the tackle. But take a look on the outside. Irv Eatman's not about to go down. He's got great footwork. But they still have to punt.
In to do the punting will be John Landetta. And back deep is Alvin Bailey. Landetta, high kick. There's wind today. It is a, well, he's going to let that ball go into the end zone. And it will go into the end zone and come out to the 20-yard line. I'm not sure how many people here at Wembley realize the rules on a touchback, but that, of course, is a touchback. We're in the first quarter, Tampa Bay leading by 7.
John Reeves was 5 for 6. Jim Simpson's lost his mic again. Well, since I took him down the first time, Jim, maybe I'll be able to take him down the second time. John Reeves. Chris Foote is the center. Oh, here comes another reverse. And this is Wilford Morgan, hand off Gary Anderson. Gillespie not blocking very well, but Wilford Morgan got blockers to the outside. He's got to look on his backside. Hit the 40, the 45, 47-yard line. A great run by Wilford Morgan. Gillespie did a little chicken fighting on the left-hand side of the field. Gave him the block he needed. on Mark McCants, number 20. Here's what we're talking about by Steve Reeves' football. Here comes Anderson. Two people are in motion. That was Gillespie in front. Then you see Wilford Morgan is going to end up with the ball. Gillespie kind of just screening off, and then the block Wilford Morgan here gets. He goes back, was actually from Philadelphia, goes back to the outside. Here's Gary Anderson, the man that handed off the ball, getting a block downfield. Wilford Morgan at the 47-yard line.
Well, you had fun with that one. Let me try one now. I've got another microphone. And there's the handoff to number 44, Ricky Williams. And Williams picks up some hard yardage, but does move the ball into Philadelphia territory, where John Shigo, a rookie out of Lehigh, number 57, made the stop. Ricky was the first man to play and sign with the Tampa Bay Bandits, and he came up with a broken leg very early on and came back earlier this year in the second year of the Bandits' history. Second down 5. We're in the first quarter. 6:10 to go, and it is 7-0 Tampa Bay against the champion Philadelphia Stars, and Tampa Bay's on the move. And now, as you can see, Wayne Peace is the quarterback, and Wayne Peace throws the ball out to Mark Christian, and Christian is knocked down again by John Shigo, the rookie who is playing his first football of the year. There is Wayne Peace. We saw him in the Senior Bowl. We saw him actually start a game against the Birmingham Stallions this year, and that was kind of embarrassing for Wayne, but he is back now.
His first play was for a safety for 2 points, if I remember correctly, for the other team.
Time has been called while they will have a measurement on the field.
Jim, I think something to be noted here. You're going to hear and see different players. Jim has been mentioning John Shigo, number 57. What they have done is they have a 40-man roster. They had 10 men on what they call their taxi squad or whatever. But they brought everyone, and they were all play. So they're letting players that had not played all year long play in this game.
Just that shy of being a first down. We'll also point it out that many of the people here are Americans and understand the game of football. Peter Scowcroft will be talking to members of both teams along the sidelines, but there's some that are used to the continuous action of their football, soccer, and it'd be like you coming to watch a cricket game. It's a little bit difficult the first moments of a football game, or even the first half, to understand exactly what's going on unless someone is telling you. Ball is at the 43-yard line. They just need inches to go on third down. And there goes Wayne Peace trying to get those inches, and the way they're marking it, he may have gotten it. Beautiful day, and by the way, here in London, it is almost 6 o'clock in the evening because of that 5-hour time difference, and it is a first down Tampa Bay.
I'll tell you one thing they do understand, Jim, and that's contact, and they love the contact. And when someone gets hit, or they see someone break out in the open and get hit, they applaud.
Flags, as we said, blowing. It is behind the wind. The Tampa Bay Bandits at the moment. It is Marv Christian, the fullback, Ricky Williams, a tailback, and Wayne Peace back to throw. Dumps it out to Ricky Williams. Williams is down to about the 35-yard line and gang tackled there after pickup of 6 or 7 yards. Last year, the NFL had a preseason, or the preseason for them game here, rather successful. This year, the USFL is playing a postseason game. And Paul, as you indicated, once they get past this first quarter, with a lot of the veterans and starters going to the bench, it will be war at Wembley. A lot of people trying to save jobs, get better jobs, hold on to jobs. Second down at about 3. Here's Wayne Peace putting it up, and he underthrows his man. And Willie Gillespie making a cut toward the sidelines inside the 20-yard line. And Peace a little rusty, and it'll be third down and 3.
Willie Gillespie working on R.L. Harris, the corner man, and that, if it was a timing pattern, either Gillespie might have run a little bit too far. Steve Spurrier still getting the plays in. Either ran a little bit too far, or the ball was underthrown.
Now remember, that is the rule that Paul talked to you about. What has just happened? Incomplete pass. Once they got back, they started the clock again. We've got 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Third and 3 for Tampa Bay, that drove for a touchdown the first time they had their hands on the ball. And they hand this time to Ricky Williams, who's going to pick up that 3 yards and more as he gets inside the 30-yard line. And you can see there, as Scott Woerner came up to make the stop, that Tampa Bay is ready for the ball game, and Philadelphia still be might in last week's championship game.
Yeah, Ricky Williams, just take a look. It's a straight handoff, but look at the moves. He's got very quick feet. He's going to move back to the inside. Scott Woerner, number 25, the safety, comes up and makes the play. He also got some help from John Shigo.
Now wide to the right goes Larry Brodsky, and flanking inside him is Willie Gillespie, number 89. And this is Gary Anderson back in the ball game. He is a great pass catcher coming out as a flanker to the left. And here's Peace, and he's looking for Anderson all the way. Anderson has his man beaten and falls down, and the ball hits the back. Mark McCants and goes out of bounds. And it is second down 10.
Oh, Gary Anderson had Mark McCants beaten. He was into the end zone. We're going to watch Gary Anderson all the way. Now watch. He'll go by McCants right here. He hasn't beaten the ball. He has to wait on it. As he turns, he trips himself, and the ball's going to hit McCants in the shoulder. Had him beat. If the ball had been on target, it would have been a touchdown.
Wilford Morgan, who excited a lot of us a little while ago, comes back in. And I think that Larry Brodsky thought he was out of the ball game, but he is in the ball game and now sets out to the right. Second down 10. Wayne Peace, the quarterback, and right here is Wilford Morgan, and he is dragged down there by R.L. Harris, the rookie out of Stephen F. Austin, number 37.
And they're going to be about a half yard short of a first down, Jim.
It is late July. We are in London, England at Wembley. And you're watching American professional football. Put the ball at the 20, and as Paul said, about a half a yard shy of the first down.
Philadelphia is going to just take so much of this, even though it's kind of a vacation for them. They already played the championship game, meaningless. And, you know, Tampa Bay doing all the trick plays, throwing the ball all the time. They're going to get a little tired, and all of a sudden you're going to see some real popping.
Well, remember, John Reeves, 5 out of 6 is no longer in there. He took them on the first drive. Here's Gary Anderson. He can throw the ball, does throw the ball out there to Brinkman. And Brinkman, who scored the touchdown, gets down inside the 10-yard line. It is first and goal to go. Knocked out of bounds by Scott Woerner, along with John Shigo.
Well, they forgot to tell Tampa that this was an exhibition-type ball game. Here comes Brinkman breaking off the line of scrimmage. Knows Gary Anderson's going to throw the ball. If Brinkman's open, he throws. If he's open to run, he will run. Obviously, through the Brinkman, out of bounds. They're at the 7-yard line.
First and goal to go, despite the presence of the Philadelphia Eagles. The Stars fans, the attendance went up about 30% this year, despite the presence of the Buccaneers. Everybody in Tampa Bay loves their Bandits, so they're being televised live on commercial television back to that area. 7-0 they lead. Tampa Bay driving again with about a minute to go. And there's the fake. Ricky Williams holds on to the ball and gets inside the 5-yard line, where Willie Rossborough, 2-year veteran out of Washington, number 76, makes the stop.
Ricky Williams, Jim, makes an excellent move. He could string it out and maybe lose a yard or two, but watch what he does. Tell me he's not playing to win this ball game. Here's the fake on the reverse. Now watch him cut it back up inside. Instead of stringing it out, he gets a block by Brinkman, number 85, but breaks it back to the inside and picks up 3 or 4 yards.
The clock continues to run, and we expected this kind of quarter. This quarter is going to take just about 22 minutes to play, actual time.
Well, there's 20 seconds to go and counting.
Now 2 wide receivers to the right, including the dangerous Willie Gillespie, who now starts back this way. And Wayne Peace is going to throw the ball and throws it out there. And look at that. Stepping in is Marv Christian, and they've scored again. 4-yard touchdown pass from Wayne Peace to Marv Christian. And it is 13-0.
Well, no one covered the fullback, Marv Christian, coming out of the backfield, and Wayne Peace just dumped the ball to an open man touchdown. I think by Tampa Bay coming out with the British flags, they've got all these people on their side.
Do you think that George Allen is somewhere saying, why couldn't we do that? Or why didn't the Stars play defense like that last Sunday night?
Yeah, it's
There's
an
a big
altogether
reason.
different game.
That was a championship. And now Zenon Andrushishin in at the extra point. And time has just about gone out in the first quarter. We're at Wembley Stadium in London. A beautiful city. Many visitors are here, taking a look at the sights around this lovely town, remembering that they drive left and they got to look right when they step off those curbs. And, of course, there's Buckingham Palace. And remember the last time you saw Buckingham Palace? Well, the last time I did on television, Princess Di was marrying Prince Charles. One of the beautiful sights in jolly old London town. 6 seconds to go. First quarter, 14-0. Zenon Andrushishin to kick off. McCants is the deep man, and he takes it at the 7-yard line. Across the 20, looking for some running room, and gets across the 30-yard line, and down he goes. And John Bassett Jr., playing this one game, was running around somewhere back upfield about 15 yards. 14-0 Tampa Bay at the quarter. From Wembley, I'm Jim Simpson with Paul McGuire and Peter Scowcroft. We begin the second quarter. It's 14-0. Tampa Bay, the champion Philadelphia Stars, with Tim Riordan at quarterback, hands the ball off to number 30, Brian Thomas, and Thomas gets across the 40-yard line before Paul Pirowski makes the stop. Now there's Tim Riordan, a rookie out of Temple University. And Chuck Fusina is gone despite the fact, remember, that the Stars are down by 14 points. Ball at the 42-yard line, second down and about 3 to go. Look at this. Well, in motion now goes Herbert Harris. Ball is handed off to Brian Thomas, and Thomas is not going anywhere. Fine play made there by Mike Dupree. Let's go down to Peter Scowcroft.
Okay, thanks a lot. Well, let's get an English view now on this great game of American football. What do you reckon of it?
Well, I've been watching it for about the 4th occasion, first time live, and it's very exciting.
Whereabouts do you come from?
In London, central London. So we normally watch football. This is where we have the Football Cup final. So it's great. It's tremendous atmosphere, and it's catching on. I'm sure of that.
Okay, now one of these two boys here belong to you?
No, that's you, Dan.
What? Tell me your name.
Cuba.
What do you think about the game?
It's a good game because I like rugby.
Can you compare rugby to American football?
No.
Okay, well, that's good to hear from you. Let's go back upstairs.
No comparison. Herbert Harris made the catch there, and that's the first down for Philadelphia. Warren Hanna made the stop. By the way, Tampa Bay up by 14, wants to say hello to Mike Potts back in Tampa. Who is Mike Potts? Down in Tampa, they know he is the team chaplain, but he did not make the trip. Ball is at the 49-yard line. The man in motion is Harris. And here again is Brian Thomas carrying the football. This time a little bit better luck as Alvin Bailey jumps on him as he gets out to the 45-yard line of Tampa Bay. And this is the first time that Philadelphia has actually moved the ball, and they've done it with their second-string quarterback, Tim Riordan.
Well, you look at that last play with Brian Thomas. This is a team that told Arizona, told everyone in the USFL, we will run right over Eatman and Kaminsky. This is what we do so well. That was the play they just ran. That time they ran it. Joe Conwell was the tackle, and Coder, I think, is the tackle. Here's the guard.
In motion is Willie Collier. The ball is thrown out to the other side to Harrison, and Harrison gets down the sidelines, knifed down by Kerry Reed on the far side, but that's a first down, and the ball is inside the 40-yard line.
All right, let's take a look at Riordan thrown out, and that man is Victor Harrison, number 82, waiting for his blockers. Now makes that move to the outside. Number 71 outside Conwell, Ron Coder, number 62. These are backup players playing very well.
Remember, you're watching a USFL game between the champion Philadelphia Stars, who trail by 14, and Tampa Bay, and we are live from Wembley in the city of London, England. 1st and 10, Philadelphia. And Riordan back to throw. Riordan, well, the man just didn't turn around and look for him. That was Alan Harbin out of the backfield, and Harbin did not turn around. I think he may have thought that Harrison was intended receiver, but he wasn't looking either.
No, he was throwing it to Victor Harrison, who was about 5 yards beyond the ball, and Alan Harbin was running downfield trying to just clear out. Was his job, because he never looked once at the quarterback, Riordan.
All inside the 37, remember. And remember, once they get back to the huddle on incompleted passes, they start that clock again, because we are well into the second quarter, and the game is only a half an hour old. You can see how they've speeded this up. And now Herbert Harris in the man in motion. And there is number 22, Alan Harvin, carrying the football. Harvin ran out across the way by Paul Purowski, number 53. Inside the 35-yard line. And it is 3rd down and about 5. Balmy weather.
Well, they're going to let him play. Right there's Alan Harvin coming to the outside. There's holding by the tackle. Ron Coder, number 62, he does a nice check block back to make sure that Harvin doesn't get picked up by the inside and enable Harvin to pick up an extra 2 or 3 yards.
You know, this is almost like Canadian football going so fast, Paul, but I do want to ask you a question when we get a chance why they decided to go to these rules to speed up this game. It has really picked up the game perceptibly for the British audience or to speed up USFL games. I'll get your answer in a minute. Riordan back to throw. Oh, has he got time? Now he has no receivers. He's going the wrong way here. And this can only spell one thing. And, oh, look down here. He threw it out of bounds. His feet are inbound. Harvin caught the ball. He leaned out of bounds with his feet inbound. And that's a 1st down. Huh.
Tim Riordan had all day to throw the ball. It seemed like all day to throw the ball. He's running for his life. Alvin Harvin is standing down there by himself. Now, this doesn't mean all day, but watch what happens. When he breaks back to the outside, he sees Alan Harvin. There, watch, you won't see a red jersey near him. And what a great play by Alan Harvin, just to keep his feet in bounds. Remember, you have to have both feet in bounds.
Ball is on the 16-yard line. And what about this speed-up play?
I think they're seriously taking a look at it because some of the games are going 3 hours and 20 minutes, 3 hours and a half. And if the players like it, the coaches like it, and I guess you better pass it by the owners too if they like it.
That's right.
But some of the strong teams may not want to take as much time as they can.
And now straight ahead goes Brian Thomas inside the 10-yard line. Hanging on for dear life was James Ramey. And that is close to a 1st down. 2nd down and short, 14-0. Philadelphia trails Tampa Bay. And there's Tim Riordan, the rookie out of Temple, getting a chance.
Give him a lot of credit because they had everyone chase him. Fred McAllister, number 46, was a linebacker. You could see him a couple of times in the picture, but Riordan kept presence of mind and did get the ball caught inbounds.
Harris to the left, Harrison to the right. Man in motion is Zolik. And Brian Thomas isn't going anywhere. Gets down to about the 6-yard line. And that may have been enough to get a 1st down, all depending, again, of course, on how they spot the ball.
Yeah, but, you know, watch Brian Thomas now. You say here's a game they're not really trying that hard. Watch what happens. He slips, not touched. He's going to slip, and he's down. Tim King, 38, is there. He gets back up, and watch the yardage he picks up. 4 more yards, and may have the 1st down.
Sticks are brought in. As I understand it, the men who are manning the sticks down there are American servicemen. Over here uniform. Watching football.
They're out of uniform.
They can do that.
Yes, they can.
And
3rd and a little bit.
Just a little bit. There is Rodenberger. Running back also plays some tight end. Talking to the coaching staff on the sideline. Jim Moore, the head coach, is behind them there with no hat on at all, the dark hair.
Jim Erkenbeck, the offensive coordinator and line coach.
Good-looking hat.
Yeah, those ESPN hats, they look good, don't they? Well, it fits Philadelphia, fits both of them. They're both red.
Ball is at the 6-yard line. 3rd down and inches to go. 9 minutes to go in the half, and it's 14-0 Tampa Bay. Philadelphia's got the ball. And whoops, he lost the football. And Riordan again heads up play. Dives on the ball just ahead of Doug Bedoin. Lost a yard or so. Now it's 4th down, and let's see whether they go for the field goal or let Riordan have his head and try to pick up the couple of yards.
Well, they ended up, when they lost the yard, a little better in the yard in the play. I think that's Jim Erkenbeck saying, okay.
Booker Russell coming in.
Let's go, Buck!
Let's go for it.
Why not? Exhibition game. They got the championship tucked away. Why not show the people here in England something of American football? As Peter Scowcroft said, over here they wonder why they wear all that armor. 4th down, a yard to go. 2nd man through is Brian Thomas, and he's down, it looks like, inside the 6. If they mark it there, he's got the 1st down. Pushing him back is Kerry Reed, a rookie out of Morehead State, along with Mike Dupree.
First down, you can tell when the offensive team, they don't leave the field. I guess they're going to mark this, but...
Well, inside the 6, and it's inside the 6, that should be a first down. But now we can see from this angle, it is not quite inside the 6.
Brian Thomas running with the ball. When he hit that hole, you kind of slow up in a hurry when you're running to about 1,000 pounds. They did pick up the first down.
First and goal to go from the 6-yard line. 8 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Jim Moore's crew has done a wonderful job. The coach is coaching the players playing over these last 2 years. Oh, how close they came last year. They won it all this year. Tampa Bay under Steve Spurrier had some great spurts along the way. Made it to the playoffs. Now wide to the right is Herbert Harris, and trotting out to the left is Victor Harrison. Tim Riordan's the quarterback on first and goal to go. And this is the Brian Thomas hour here. He carries the ball for about the 5th time. Gets maybe a yard before Charles Riggins makes the stop, along with Fred McAllister.
Well, again, they're going to do the things that got him to the championship game and win it. You take a look at the blocking up front, not a whole lot of it. The second offensive line's in there. Charles Riggins, number 90, making the tackle. Now is the time you're going to have to throw the ball, and you look to the tight end.
Jeff Rodenberger trots in, and we have to look closely. Ken Dunnick comes out. That means that Rodenberger is going to line up as a tight end. Nope, he's in the backfield. Took out a tight end and put in a back.
Zolik is in.
Here's Riordan, and coming this way is Thomas again for another yard or 2, and that's a tough yard or 2. Summerfield makes the stop. The rookie out of Central Florida, number 71.
Mike Summerfield, number 71, fills the play very well. You'll see him come down the line of scrimmage. You see 71, he'll be at the right of your picture. Now watch. When he cuts back in Brian Thomas, there is number 71, Mike Summerfield. Excellent play.
You can tell by that pursuit that they don't care much about this ball game. Only about 6 men went after him.
Yeah, that's right. And they don't want to give up a touchdown. There's pride on defense.
Third down from inside the 4-yard line. Philadelphia trying to score for the first time. They've got 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go, second quarter. The clock is running, even on incompleted pass once they get ready. Riordan floats it up there, and the ball is a touchdown. Victor Harrison caught it over the head of Warren Hanna. Hanna wasn't looking at it, simply put it up in the air, alley-oop style, and Philadelphia is on the board. And Riordan has a touchdown pass.
Jim Riordan put that ball for Victor Harrison, the best place it could be put, out of the reach of Warren Hanna and right along the outside line. Watch it, just a little flick pass to the outside. Victor Harrison gave himself enough room to the outside, kept his feet in bounds. Warren Hanna had no chance, never saw the ball.
When we get to
Now David Trout comes on
pretty well straight away line
to
up.
attempt the extra point. And Philadelphia is back in the ball game. 6 minutes to go in the half. It's 14-7 Tampa Bay. We are at Wembley. They're showing them American football. 14-7 to score. Now they will kick off. And Ricky Williams and Alvin Bailey are deep, and there's some of the fans that have come here to Wembley Stadium. Most of the seating here is not seating. You got to stand. Even though they've filled in the stands with more seats than what they usually have. Only 2 stadiums in all of Great Britain are completely filled with seats. Most of them have at least some standing room only.
Well, they tell me this, that they can get in there over 100,000 people, but there's only like 42,000 that can sit. The other 60-some thousand stand.
It used to be many more than that, Paul. Back in 1966, that World Cup, they had 70 to 80,000 standing and only about 20 to 30,000 sitting. But they've added more seats.
The standing room fills up first anyway here, so what difference is it?
Here's David Trout to kick off. Can't get over what this speeded up game has done. They're going to play the first half in much less than an hour.
I like it.
I think, well, we hardly get our breath here, but I'll tell you. Trout kicks it high. This is Ricky Williams in the end zone, and Bailey says, do not bring it out. All right, so the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. Second quarter, Tampa Bay. First and 10 for Tampa Bay. Brinkman, who scored a touchdown, is the man in motion, and the ball is handed off to Ricky Williams, and Williams gets a few yards only before Vince DeMarinis makes the stop. You're looking in on Wembley Stadium, and our reminder, something we told you as we came on the air. The first post-war Olympic Games was held right here at Wembley Stadium, and very Spartan. The Olympians lived in Nissan huts nearby. They were given food vouchers, and when they ran out, they got no more food unless they went and bought it themselves. How times have changed since 1948 to 1984. What's coming up next week in Los Angeles? Second down and 7 to go. The ball at the 23-yard line. And Williams tosses the ball back to Gillespie, who throws it back to Peace, who throws it on to Williams, and Williams gets a few yards out across the 25 to the 30-yard line, but a flag flew in all of that.
Mark Christensen clipped in the backfield.
Let me get this right. That was Reeves to Williams to Gillespie, or I should say Peace to Williams to Gillespie, who threw it back to Peace, and then he threw it to Williams again. Did I get that right?
Yeah, but and also Christensen clipped on top of that. So that's going to send it back another 15, and this is going to thoroughly confuse everyone.
Well, they're livening it up as we showed you Steve Spurrier. He is dressed for the occasion. The Tampa Bay team came out flying the Union Jack. Everybody carrying little flags. Some of them have stuck them in their face masks. And there's our referee, Ted Humphrey.
From Ursuline High School in Youngstown, Ohio.
Oh, another Youngstown man.
My high school in Youngstown, Ohio.
Watch this.
Okay, here comes the fleet. This is the end of it, and you're going to see Mark Christensen right here at the bottom of your screen. Here is the clip. That's the point there where they threw the flag, and they penalized it. It'll be second down and about 16 or 17.
With the ball on the 13-yard line. And here's Wayne Peace. He's running out. Peace has got a strong arm, delivers, and the ball is picked off. That's the first interception of the day. Bill Hardy with it. Hardy inside the 20 and is dragged down, and Philadelphia trailing by 7 in great position now. First down inside the 20-yard line. We are in jolly old London town where the score is 14-7. And we'll come back with Philadelphia just a moment to see how they display their wares before this excited group here at Wembley. And Trafalgar Square, one of the amazing sights, Lord Nelson's statue, and of course Britain has a great naval history behind it. All the top drivers in that Cola 500 tomorrow. Big break for Philadelphia. And they're going to try something. Harvin handing off to Collier. Collier throws the ball. This may be intercepted by Alvin Bailey. And ladies and gentlemen, even in England they would say he blew it. And he blew it.
Well, I've used this term all year long. I'm going to use it again. Well, take a look at Peace. Now, what Peace does here, Bill Hardy comes in. All he's looking at is a player coming across. Peripheral vision did not see Bill Hardy. He picks up the interception and gets the ball almost to the 17-yard line. Great turnover, but as you said before, Willie Collier on that last play almost threw it in the hands of Alvin Bailey.
They probably have shown us more gimmicks in this game than we've seen in a season of USFL football. They've tried everything. Second down 10. And Riordan now gets the ball away and overthrows his man in the end zone, Ken Dunnick.
Riordan shows me an awful lot of composure. He just dodged 3 defensive linemen and also found Ken Dunnick, who was wide open, number 8 in the end zone, but just, and God bless you, my son. I could see why you overthrew him because you're being rushed. But he found, at least he did find the open receiver.
There's Victor Harrison. He has caught a touchdown pass, number 82. First-year man out of Carolina. And now Dunnick, who was overthrown, goes wide to the right. Herbert Harris is inside him as a split end, and wide to the left is Victor Harrison. And Harvin is the lone setback.
Harvin, Harrison, and Harris.
They've got 4 receivers. Here's Riordan, and he's in trouble again. Runs out of it again, fires again, and in the end zone off the hands this time of Herbert Harris. They're giving some excitement here, and it's 4th down.
Oh, the people love it. When you have wide open football, Trout's going to come on and try the field goal. But Tim Riordan, look, watch this man. I'll tell you, the composure is fantastic. He's being rushed out of the pocket, keeps moving around. James Ramey, number 78, and watch this, almost in the hands of Herbert Harris, just outstretched and out of the end zone. Crazy.
And David Trout will now try the first field goal of the game. But no, they have passed the ball back to Rodenberger, who's trying to get the first down. Flag goes down, and he does not get the first down. They even try a fake field goal. And it is, well, they had motion, as you can see, pointed out by Ted Humphries.
Yes. David Trout really carries out the play, doesn't he? Go ahead.
14-7. There is John Brinkman, has also caught a touchdown pass today. 2:41 to go. And when have you seen a shorter half than this? And keep in mind that most of the time they've thrown the football. But as soon as they get back ready for the huddle, that clock starts again in today's game here in Wembley. And now there's the fake to Williams, and look out. They're going to put it down on the 1-yard line. Mike McInnes got in and threw quarterback Wayne Peace. This time, Peace avoids the safety.
First time we saw Peace, this almost happened to him. Safety. Watch McInnes, number 9. He just blows right by Net Newton, and he is a first-string guard into the backfield. Peace down at about the 2-yard line. That's a 10-yard loss, Jim.
That's more than a 10-yard loss. It's about 10.5 to 11.
I'll take it.
2nd down, and now remember, the clock is running. We're coming up on the 2-minute signal, after which they will not, for the final 2 minutes, keep the clock running. Here's Peace trying to get the ball out and overshoots his man, who's number 82, Larry Brodsky, defended by Garcia Lane.
Did you see what Garcia Lane did that time, Jim? He had a shot at Brodsky in the back and didn't take it. The ball was high. He kind of hit and backed off, which like in any game, not necessarily in this game because it is a postseason game, but in any game when the defensive back doesn't take a cheap shot.
It is 3rd down in this 14-7 ball game. Ricky Williams is coming back in. And when we get, as I understand it, Paul, within the 2-minute mark, then they go back to the regular professional rules of keeping time on the clock. The incompleted pass stops the clock. Now, then, if that's the case in Philadelphia after getting the ball back, if Tampa Bay does not pick up this 3rd and long, I would assume that could go on and on and on, because I'm sure that Philadelphia will begin to throw the ball.
We don't care.
There must be a timeout because there's 2 minutes and 3 seconds left on the clock before we go to the 2-minute warning. And Tampa Bay, they have all their water boys out on the field. There's John Roush, my old coach at Buffalo, with the hat on.
Well, coming off the field now, our Jim Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, we'll take
and they're still handing around the water bottle.
You can't put 2 hands up? I know it was high. But if you can't put 2 up, I don't want you to play. Your shoulder's that bad, I don't want you to play. You shouldn't be out here, okay?
What he just said to Brodsky. Brodsky obviously has a sore shoulder. And when the ball was thrown to the outside, Spurrier said, you can't put 2 hands up. And Brodsky kind of, I guess, shook his head. He said, well, if you can't put 2 hands up, I don't want you out there. I don't want you getting hurt. And that's true. What's the sense of getting hurt in a game like this?
Yeah. Now they say it is a 2-minute warning. And you can see Wayne Peace trot off the field. And we're at Wembley Stadium, first built in 1924 for the British Empire exhibition. And we're in the city of London, a great old city about which many Broadway shows and movies have been made, and before that, historical novels. And it's about the first place that most Americans head for when they decide to go overseas for the first time, to the home city of London, England. And now you're taking a look at the Tower of London. I will not repeat what they say happened in the Tower of London. Third down and a long way to go. About 20 yards plus. Wayne Peace will be operating from his own end zone. Tampa Bay up by 7 in the last 2 minutes. Peace in his end zone, gets the ball away, drills it, and that is Morgan across the way. And Morgan makes the catch, but not enough for the first down. He's at the 17-yard line.
Wilford Morgan, what a play. And Garcia Lane, you can't play corner any better than Garcia Lane plays Wilford Morgan. Take a look at it. Here comes Garcia. He sees his break. Watch this. The ball is put right on target. Wilford Morgan gets both feet down, but they're still about 8 yards short, 7 yards short.
Zenon Andrusician comes in as Peace comes out. Andrusician to kick away. If you have just joined us, we are live from Wembley in London. This is a USFL game between the champions Philadelphia and Tampa Bay as they show the people of England how American football is played. Garcia Lane is deep, standing back at his own 36-yard line. 1:53 left in the half. And this is returnable if he can. Nope, it's going to take a bounce and picked up by one of the up men on Philadelphia. And they'll have the ball in the territory. Mark McCants picked the ball up after it bounced away from Garcia Lane. McAllister made the stop at the 47-yard line of Tampa Bay. So now remember, the clock will slow down perceptibly here. If there's an incompleted pass or someone gets out of bounds, it will stop until they come back to the line of scrimmage again.
If they thought about speeding up the game, they sure have done that.
Now we'll see how long these last minute and 43 seconds seem. And you can see Fred Hessen is in at quarterback now. That's the third one they've used today. Hessen almost has it picked off. Oh, by two people. That was Tony Office who almost got it first of all. And then diving for it was Warren Hanna. But Office had the big chance.
I don't know who this ball was thrown to. Hessen is throwing the ball. Watch his Office right there. Bang, tap. Here comes Hanna. Tap into his hands. No cigar.
Victor Harrison was the man they were trying to find down there. The ball at the 46-yard line. And now see, that stopped the clock with 1:35 to go. Herbert Harris goes wide to the right. And Harrison comes to the left. Not too often has a team used two running backs today. Hessen gets it out there and fires it out there to Jeff Rodenberger. And Butterfingers. We've seen a lot of drop passes today. Remember, the season is over for these two teams. The championship has been decided. And they're over here. But as Paul, you pointed out, these second stringers like Tony Office, who almost had the interception there. We've seen Kerry Reed do well. And on the other side of the coin, we've seen John Shigo and Vinny DeMarinis in on some plays. And Hardy, they're all looking to keep their jobs and impress their coaches.
This is just another game for them to show exactly what they can do.
Third down. Here's Hessen. Well, has he got time? And he's got a receiver out there, and that is Victor Harrison. First down, 25-yard line. Upended by Doug Bedoin. 1:23 left. 14-7 Tampa Bay.
They're going to go right up on the ball and go, but Victor Harrison makes, watch this here. He's going to move downfield, and Alvin Bailey lets him go. Bedoin's supposed to come over. Look at this pass.
Looked as though Bedoin stumbled a little bit trying to get there, but the ball would have been completed anyway. Here's Hessen back to throw again. Now, he's not going to throw it. He's not going to do anything but be tackled and put down. And let's see who that is. That is number 74, Ron Simmons, a third-year star out of Florida State.
We're going to have a timeout, Philadelphia.
With 1:15 to go in the half. And Fred Hessen out of Lamar comes over to the sidelines to talk to his coaching staff.
Jim, we've had a few people that didn't make it to the game. Number one is Brad Oates, brother of Bart Oates. Bart is the younger, the center, number 50. But Brad Oates, they have 3 children and couldn't get a babysitter.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a chance for you to go to England. But I can understand that as a father. Well, you've got a bunch of kids yourself. If a grandmother is not available or a neighbor is not available, you just don't want to leave them there in the hands of someone that you don't, well, just are not that confident in. And that's the way the Oates family felt. And so Brad didn't make the trip.
And Mike McLaren, number 79, left tackle, has been going all the way.
Fred Hessen comes in. Philadelphia fell quickly behind by 14 points as Reeves engineered the drive the first time he got the ball. John Brinkman hauling in a 10-yard pass, and then Marv Christian took a pass later on. That was from Wayne Peace to make it 14-0. And then Harrison got a touchdown pass to make it 14-7 in the second quarter. That's where we are. Hessen puts it out. Oh, you got to catch the football. And Brian Thomas did not catch the football. Mark Dupree was taking dead aim, and that may be one of the reasons. Let's go again to our own Englishman for ESPN, Peter Scowcroft.
Well, Irv, what is it about this this great American bowl game and all this armor you've got on? Tell us about it.
Well, it's actually a very physical sport, and you do a lot of banging around in there, and you need this equipment to protect you, really.
But is it just because of the strength and the power of the other guys, or what?
Well, I think so. When you got guys of that massive size banging into each other, you need something to protect their bodies, and that's what all this equipment is for.
How about having a go at English rugby?
Well, I don't think I can handle that because you're not protected enough. I don't think I'm that tough.
What do you think about playing here at Wembley?
I think it's been terrific. I had a great time since I've been in London. I think London's a beautiful city, and it's a great place to play football.
Okay, well, I tell you, you got away more than twice than I do, so I won't even take you on. Fantastic. Good talking with you. Nice to have you here. Now let's go back upstairs.
The English always do understate. More than twice than you do, Peter? How about 3 or 4 times what you do?
Irv Eatman.
Fourth down, and Hannah has just missed yet another interception opportunity. That is the second he has missed. One came off the hands of Office into his hands, and that one. And so now they will try a 44-yard field goal attempt, and Trout doesn't come anywhere near, as the snap was not good, and Riordan didn't get it down in time, and with 57 seconds to go, it is still 14-7 Tampa Bay.
You notice they booed, don't you? They appreciate kicking here.
That's
for
right.
Scores, and when you miss that big upright standing there, they can't understand it. With a holder and everybody, they don't understand that the ball was a bad snap. The holder did do a great job. He got it down, but he hooked the ball. Another name that you have not mentioned for Philadelphia on offense, Scott Fitzke. You know why he's not here?
Scott?
Fitzke.
I know who you say, but I just want to hear his answer.
He has his own football camp this week, and he couldn't make it.
First down from the 27-yard line, and look here, as Peace comes out to throw to Ricky Williams, he holds on to the football, and he gets out to about the 35-yard line. And they're going to have a hurry-up offense going here in the last 45 seconds of the game, and now time has been called. And let's see who called time. Now, I thought his hurry-up offense, and Wayne Peace instead was not calling to his teammates, but rather to the referee, Ted Humphries, to say, we want timeout. And you can see the big difference. Now, you're going to get purists, and I'm not going to say that you should play these rules that they've been playing today, but all of a sudden, after the clock starting, as soon as they get back to the huddle, this ball game has slowed down perceptibly, and it's not like one ball game against another. It's the way they played for the first 28 minutes as to the way they played in the last 2 minutes.
All right, after this consensus, what would you think the players, just the players themselves, will say?
I don't know.
I think they're going to like it.
I think they'll like it too.
to move a piece, triangle back. Demler's not going to go away. He stays there. McGinnis, number 90, Mike McGinnis was there also, but Demler is the man that made the sack. And now we got 3rd down with 4 seconds left to go. Just throw the bomb.
That's a 14-yard loss. 3rd down and 24 to go. 4 seconds to go. By the way, down in one corner, as we said, this is the 2nd pro football game to be played here at Wembley. Last year, an NFL representation, the Minnesota Vikings and the St. Louis Cardinals. And down in one end zone now, in purple, is a sign that says the Minnesota Vikings London Fan Club. So they made some fans last year. Maybe next year, if we're back, we'll see the Philadelphia Stars or Tampa Bay Fan Club. Certainly, Tampa Bay's Bandits coming out with the Union Jacks little flags, everyone carrying one. And when they played God Save the Queen, they also had the Union Jacks raised high, and of course they're shown on the uniforms also. Last play of the half, barring a penalty, ball is caught by Blunt. Blunt still on his feet, and he'll go down at the 41 as time goes off the scoreboard clock and the teams go off the field. Tampa Bay got 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. Philadelphia won in the second. And listen to the fans here at Wembley. They love it. They have seen unusual football. End of the half, 14-7, Tampa Bay.
Well, in other news from the United States Football League, Darrell Mouse Davis has officially been signed as the new head coach of the Denver Gold. He is the Gold's 3rd head coach in its 2-year history. He takes over for the deposed Craig Morton. Now, Mouse Davis was the offensive coordinator with the Houston Gamblers this year. He is the orchestrator of the famous run-and-shoot offense, which broke all sorts of records with the Gamblers offense, Jim Kelly and his great wide receivers. He will be taking that offense to Denver, but methinks that the run-and-shoot will not only be in Denver, but will also stay in Houston next year. But unfortunately for the Gamblers, they lose a good man in Darrell Mouse Davis. And the Los Angeles Express could be up for sale. William Oldenburg apparently has lost control of the franchise, and the USFL, from its offices in New York, says that a sale is imminent and that the United States Football League really has taken over the operation of the USFL's Los Angeles Express. Our score at halftime, the Tampa Bay Bandits lead the champion Philadelphia Stars from Wembley Stadium. It's 14-7. We'll be back with more in just a moment. But I think it was a pretty good idea, the USFL having a postseason exhibition game to show the fans in England what American football is all about. They're playing the game in historic Wembley Stadium, the famous pitch where so many soccer games have been contested. Now, the Tampa Bay Bandits upstage the champion Stars coming out waving the Union Jack. As they took to the sidelines, the Stars were booed because they didn't have any British flags. Hey, how do they know? Bandits head coach Steve Spurrier dressed the part. Look at this outfit. Looks like you should be playing at the British Open. Now, Bandits dominated the first half. John Reeves in the first series fakes the handoff, hits John Brinkman for the TD. 7-0 Tampa Bay. On Tampa's next possession, on the reverse, watch this run by tight end Wilfred Morgan. This is a tight end, ladies and gentlemen. It's a nice block, an influence block there from Willie Gillespie. Cuts back across the middle, and there goes Wilfred Morgan again. Actually, Wilfred has lined up as a wide receiver. No matter what position, that's a pretty good run on a football field. Eventually, down to the Stars 4. Backup quarterback Wayne Peace, who replaced Reeves, throws a 4-yard TD pass to Mark Christian. It's 14-0. The Bandits on a roll. Philadelphia got on the board midway through the second quarter. Backup quarterback Timmy Riordan from Temple, lofting it to the end zone to Victor Harrison, and our score at halftime is 14-7. Tampa Bay on top. One other note from the world of professional football. This just in from Vero Beach, Florida. The training camp of the NFL's New Orleans Saints. Ken Stabler says no matter what happens this year, starter, backup, this will be his last season. Kenny Stabler announcing he will retire from the NFL and professional football at the end of the season. Our score is 14-7 in our USFL exhibition. Tampa Bay on top of Philadelphia. Back with more in a moment.
Welcome back to historic Wembley Stadium, which is 60 years old this year. Site of the 1948 Olympic Games, the 1966 World Cup final won by England. And today, this July 21st, 1984, a good crowd on hand to watch American football, including a lot of American servicemen and women who are over here. And by the way, for those of you listening on American Forces Television around the world, we say hello to you from Wembley Stadium. And Peter Scowcroft is with us also, and right now Peter is down on the field.
Yeah, indeed. And one of the things I want to ask Steve Spurrier here is this must be one of the quickest pro games so far ever on record, isn't it, Steve?
Well, we've changed the rules just slightly. We're winding the clock a little sooner than normally back in the States, and This way, a team that throws the ball an awful lot and keeps throwing incompletions, like we do occasionally, the clock starts on the referee's signal, so it helps speed up the game a little bit.
What do you think of this show so far tonight?
Well, both teams are not really going out with reckless abandon, but there's a lot of young players that are trying to look good for their coaches, and we're playing a lot of young ones this second half, so they want to impress the folks back home and their coaches and everybody else. So I think you're going to see a good second half. Jimmy Jordan's going to play for us, so we're going to throw the ball all over Wembley Stadium and see if we can't catch it a few times.
I tell you, just before you go, Steve, you've got to have the best Oaten golf gear on I've ever seen.
Well, thank you, Peter. I've been looking for a pair of knickers and finally found a place to buy them.
Steve, great talking with you. Wonderful. Thanks a million. Back we go.
Oh, Steve Spurrier. You know, and it's not because Steve is here at Wembley that he is laid back like that. That is Steve Spurrier. Nearly any situation prior to a game. As you take a look now at the Philadelphia Stars, the USFL champions, and yes, he would look good up at the old course at St. Andrews. And if the wind were blowing up there, and it may be this afternoon, and as it's blowing down here in Wembley, scores would be very high. I think, you know, the Lee Trevino hopes it does blow very hard. But again, when we get down to Peter, I heard Steve Spurrier say that the rules are a little different. What I want to find out in this half, Paul McGuire, through Peter Scowcroft, we've had your opinion. How do the players feel about it?
Well, you know, I had a chance to talk to Eric Trevelyan walking upstairs, and who is everybody knows has been hurt. And Eric said, well, I don't know. I'm still up in the air about it. I got the old yes and no.
I got the same question that I had before for you. It doesn't throw off the rhythm of these people to hurry up and hurry up and hurry up, as opposed to the more leisurely getting back to the huddle.
I think a very good point, Jim. I think it does, and especially, well, again, Tampa Bay, if they think it's a little bit fast, then you know it's a problem, because they run hurry up offense all the time.
Well, it is 14-7, 2 touchdown passes, caught by Brinkman and Christian in the first quarter. Harrison caught one for Philadelphia in the second. There's Jim Moore looking on. His team will get the football as Anderson kicks off. And that ball is taken by one of the up men. And down quickly goes Jeff Rodenberger as he gets across the 30-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 from there. Another unusual thing, and we mentioned this back in the first half, John Bassett's son, John Bassett, is on the kickoff teams. And he was rather hilarious the first time downfield. I didn't have my eyes on him then because Rodenberger quickly grabbed the ball.
Well, he got out of the way in a hurry, but he's doing a Michael Jackson. He's got one glove on.
Ball at the 32-yard line, 1st down. Tim Riordan played a lot in the first half, and now he's going to start the second half. Chuck Fusina started and completed a touchdown pass in the first half. Now here's Riordan, handed off to Alan Harvin, number 22. Harvin's got no place to go. Picks up a couple of yards only before he's knocked down by Mike Butler. Let's go down to Peter Scowcroft.
Well, yeah, with me is Zach Henderson. I just want to talk, Jim, about what you were saying about the rule and the speeding up of the game with Zach. What are your thoughts about it?
Peter, I like it because, you know, they do stop the ball, stop the clock after every down until it gets marked. It speeds the game up, and the fans don't have to sit through 4 hours of playing. But, you know, the most important time is right before the half or right before the end of a game. They do, starting within 2 minutes, they do stop the clock, and they go back to the regular format so that people can run their offense.
Okay, Zach, that's great. Thanks for talking with us. Let's go back upstairs.
Well, the ball is bouncing funny ways again, and when it landed, it finally landed in the hands of Walter Carter, and he's got it. And Carter's got 1st down for Tampa Bay.
Well, Tim Riordan's been running around most of the afternoon. Mike Butler's going to take a shot at him, and Walter Carter is back there. Now watch what happens. The ball goes up there and a hit. All right, there's a tip. There's Walter Carter. He gets the ball. He's going to lateral the ball back to Fred McAllister. Now Fred's got the ball, and he loses a yard.
This is a fun ball game here at Wembley. 14-7 Tampa Bay. Walter Carter's interception. McAllister took the lateral, 1st down, and Jimmy Jordan is going to play a lot and is in there now. Former Florida State star quarterback throwing the ball out here for Spencer Jackson. It is incomplete at the 31-yard line. 2nd down, and here's where the clock picks up. Let's go to Peter Scowcroft.
Hey, you sound like we're not taking this.
Okay, well, here we are. Jim, are you going to try any different tactics now? You're 14-7 down.
No, I don't think so. We're still close and in the game, so we're going to stay with our original game plan.
Okay, now what are you doing? Are you blooding any young talent here?
Yeah, we're trying to look at a lot of our young kids that haven't played a lot during the regular season. We're playing them a lot this second half, like our backup quarterbacks, our backups at most positions.
Okay, now what about the game here in England? The response from the fans?
Oh, it's been fantastic. We've had a great 4 or 5 days over here. The fans are really into the game. They seem like they understand the game of American football, and it's been enjoyable.
Okay, Jim, good luck. Back to the game, and now back upstairs.
What a cruel man you are, Peter Scowcroft. You had Jim Moore's back turned to the field when Vinny Damaris intercepted the ball right back, and now Philadelphia's got the ball inside the 49-yard line of Tampa Bay. Peter has seen a few ball games with the New York Giants, and we asked him to be with us today and be on the sidelines and just say anything that pops his mind as a man who lives and works in England about this American game of football. First down and 10. Tampa Bay ahead by 7, and back comes Riordan throwing the football, and it is complete out there to Nozolik, the tight end, and Bruce Vaughn knocks him out of bounds as he gets inside the 40-yard line. It is second down and short to go.
If the fans wanted to see action in this game, not only here in England, Jim, but at home, you're going to see everything. We've seen interceptions. One thing that you mentioned to me when we were off camera is finally we're going to maybe see somebody catch the ball, and it just happens to be defensive players instead of offensive players.
Ball at the 39-yard line, second down and short. Kelvin Bryant in the backfield, but that is Brian Thomas carrying the ball, and he's got the first down. No, what I said was, back in the days of the early New York Mets, the late Casey Stengel used to say, can anybody around here play this game? And I asked Paul, can anybody around here catch the football?
They can defensively. They're catching it all over the place.
First down, Philadelphia down by 7, sending Victor Harrison out to the right. Flanked inside him is Herbert Harris, number 84. Rodenberg is the up man, and Brian Thomas is deep, and that's Thomas that's going to get the football with Rodenberg in front of him. And Brian Thomas has got his best run of the day. That's a first down. Hanging on for dear life is Bruce Vaughn with the tackle at the 21-yard line.
Jim, Brian Thomas is running so well. Now watch the move that he makes. He's got the blocking. This is an outside toss play, but watch what he does. He cuts back inside the flow of the defense and just goes on downfield. Watch Mike Butler. Mike Butler is not about to injure his body. He wasn't about to throw himself at Brian Thomas going downfield. He said, well, let somebody else tackle him.
Thomas had a good career at a good football school, the University of Pittsburgh. First down from the 21. That is Harris in motion, and the up man Rodenberger this time gets it, and hanging on looked like Mike Butler, number 77, underneath there. And it is second down. And the clock keeps rolling along. For those of you who may just be joining us, we're live from Wembley, Philadelphia, and Tampa Bay, showing the British American football under a new set of rules. Incompleted pass out of bounds. Once you get back to the huddle, they go again with the clock until the last 2 minutes of each half. Alan Harvin is in, and he flanks to the left. Second down 7 from inside the 20, and big Jeff Rodenberger, who's played tight end today as well as running back, gets down to the 15-yard line, where it'll be third down and 4 to go.
You watch Rodenberger run into the play, and watch the defensive line. They're standing up the offensive line, not blocking a whole lot, but Rodenberger, normally you would see him churning and keep going, but not so much there. Tony Office, number 52, is one of the men on a player, plus James Harrell. But the backs are not running extremely hard.
Out of the ball game comes Fred Norgren, and in comes a fifth back, and that is Alvin Bailey. And here is Riordan back to throw for the end zone, and has his man there, Herbert Harris. Touchdown. Fans love that 15-yard touchdown pass. It's 14-13. And now Philadelphia will try to tie this up. At one time they were down 14-0.
Tim Riordan hit Herbert Harris. I mean, I'm talking about on the money. This pass is absolutely beautiful. Watch Riordan now. The drop, the protection is there. He's just waiting for Herbert Harris to get into the open. Watch the play. Watch where the ball is thrown. 2 feet in bounds. Perfect throw. Perfect catch. And now they have a chance to tie.
And don't you think Tim Riordan, who went to school at Temple in Philadelphia, doesn't feel about his performance as David Trout comes on? He has tied it up. 9:35 to go in the third quarter. And it is 14-14 Tampa Bay and Philadelphia. .9:35 to go, third quarter. Trout, who has just tied the ball game with his extra point, will kick it off. Announced attendance of 21,000. And believe me, it was difficult to find out about this game. Not a great deal of publicity here in the city of London for the game, but despite the fact 21,000 had paid their way in to watch Philadelphia and Tampa Bay, and the ball is blown off the tee. That's the win we were talking about. But I'm telling you, the 21,000 who are here are seeing quite a ball game. We hope you are enjoying it.
I think Spurrier hit it on the head. You know, that they're not playing all out, going reckless abandon, but the fact that they are entertaining and giving the people what they want to see, wide open football, and that's what they're trying to do. And Philadelphia seems to be able to play it very well.
Philadelphia kind of shell-shocked in the first quarter. 2 good drives by Tampa Bay now have found themselves. Remember, they allowed Arizona last Sunday night only 3 points. That's less than a week ago, and here they are. Alvin Bailey, Ricky Williams are deep. And this is a short kick, and Alvin Bailey comes up to the 14-yard line to take it there. Wall in front of him. Makes a good move. Pushes people in front of him. Gets across the 30 to about the 32. Let's go to Peter Scowcroft.
Okay, what are you thinking of the game so far? You're American, yep?
Yes, I am.
Where about you from?
New York.
Okay, tell us your impression of football in England.
I like it. I always liked it in America. I like it here, too. That's why I came to see the game.
What's the standard of the USFL tonight?
Pretty good. They're out there having a good time, I think.
What about the lady next to you? Come on, what are your thoughts on the game?
Well, it's not the same as home.
But it's not bad. Do you think Britain will take to it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, let's hope so. And we watch you play. Let's go back upstairs.
All right, and Greg Boone has made his first appearance, and it's not a memorable one at all, as Scott Woerner drags him down after a yard gain. You know, Peter's questioning there is exactly what we're talking about. When an Englishman asks an American a question, it is not what the American might think it is. For example, a British announcer asked Fuzzy Zeller the other day, how did you find the old course at St. Andrews? He said, I walked out the door and there it was. I mean, you got to be careful, fellas. 2nd down and 8 to go. 14 all from a 36-yard line. Tampa Bay's got the ball, 2nd down. Spencer Jackson, the man in motion. What is all this? Who's got the ball? Boone's got it. I didn't know. They didn't know. Boone knew it, and John Chigo makes the stop. We have really seen something today. I haven't seen this much in 10 years.
Well, Spencer Jackson's going to come in. Now, everybody gets in, and Boone ends up with the ball. All right, here we go. Now, Ricky Williams is there. Spencer Jackson comes in. Look at the bunch play. And going out from the other side, here comes Boone. Boone has the ball, picks up a first down. This is their hidden ball trick.
I like it because they're here to entertain the fans, and they're doing just that.
The only problem is if somebody decides to wipe somebody's knees out from behind, that's all.
And that is Jackson, and he is out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Philadelphia. That's a pickup of 8 yards. It is 2nd down and 2. Jimmy Jordan out of Florida State. He carried the clipboard all year long for this ball club till toward the end. Reeves and Peace playing against him. Jordan, the 3rd man, and he's getting a lot of playing time tonight.
If you remember, Jimmy came into that Birmingham game and played very, very well next to the last game of the season.
And that was about his first action right there. Greg Boone gets to the 45-yard line, and he is knocked back there by Woody Roseborough. Number 76.
Let me just say something about Greg Boone. And we've talked about him. You and I have done him. And every coach that we talked to before they played Tampa Bay said we've got to worry. Not only do we worry about Gary Anderson and Ricky Williams and everyone else, the wide receivers, Eric Trevelyan, but Greg Boone is so consistent. Do you know what Spurrier told me about Boone? Grading out per game. Never lower than a 97 out of 100.
Oh, my.
And 97, 98, 99 all the time. That's incredible.
And that's why the opposing coaches who also grade films a little bit know about it. There is Boone. And Boone gets inside the 40-yard line. That's enough for a first down. 14 all, and here comes Tampa Bay moving the ball against the Stars of Philadelphia again.
Well, George Jamison of Philadelphia found out what it's like to meet Greg Boone, number 58. Watch this. He'll come down the line. Goodbye, Jamison. And there goes Greg Boone for another 4 yards. There's Jamison on the ground.
Mark the ball inside the 40. And checking the clock, 6:20 to go, third quarter. We got a tie ball game. Spencer Jackson, the man in motion. Jimmy Jordan. Look at this. Jackson downfield. And what a play. That brings the crowd to its feet. 39 yards, splitting the safeties. McCants and Woerner.
Oh, Jim, you want it the perfect pass, though. It's beautiful. And watch, it goes right between the two safeties. McCants, number 20, and Woerner, number 25. There's Woerner coming across. McCants lost him. Spencer in the end zone for a touchdown. Could have been a prettier play.
And with 5:51 to go, on comes Andrusician. And Willie Gillespie holds up his hands. They're missing somebody. They are missing a tackle out there. And they call for one to come out, and it's going to be Mike Butler, defensive end.
Playing guard.
Playing guard. And now also racing in James Harrell, a linebacker. They were missing not one man, two men.
You get caught up in the excitement.
Up by 14. They lost their lead. They were tied, and now they are ahead again. Tampa Bay leads Philadelphia by the score of 21-14, 5:29 to go in the third quarter. We're the city of London, and what a beautiful city it is, and amazing weather. Although it has been rather overcast here in recent days, it lightened up today. Maybe the Scottish weather, the British Open extended south and into the city of London. And the city of London has many sights to see. Not only the Tower of London, but the Tower Bridge. And the Tower Bridge, like nearly everything else you cross or see or look at in London, has a great history. You think that man's a football player? You're out of your mind. That's Bull Norman, the equipment manager. He's getting a chance to go down onto the kickoff. How about that? And racing back with the ball is Mark McCants. And Mark McCants gets out there, and wouldn't it be wonderful to say that Bull Norman got him, but he didn't. Bull Norman was in the vicinity. Well, he was in the vicinity.
Well, Bull Norman tripped.
Let's go to Peter Scowcroft.
Okay, Spencer Jackson with me, a 45-yard touchdown pass, first season in the pro game. Great stuff.
Thank you, thank you.
How did you see the play?
Well, I came across the field in motion, and I was headed to the post, and I split the two safeties. So Jimmy just threw the ball perfectly past, and I just laid out to get it.
And that was great. Come in and join us. Don't be shy. No, but where did you come out of into the pro game?
Well, I came out of University of Florida in 1983.
Okay, and how are you liking it playing in London?
Well, London's a fun town. I'm really having fun over here.
There aren't too many Americans scored a touchdown at Wembley, I can tell you.
Yes, sure is, but I'm glad to be one of them.
Okay, Spence, tremendous stuff. Keep playing good. Right, let's go back upstairs.
Booker Russell has caught a pass from Tim Riordan. That is not the first down. It's 8 yards, but let's take a look at Mr. Bull Norman, number 87.
All right, here comes Bull, the equipment man. Watch Bull. He's going to trip over some people, and that's Scott Woerner, who got up limping, but Bull says they're coming from behind, and that's McCants. And McCants goes down. I mean, he gets hammered by Tony Office, number 52. There's Bull. Good job, Bull, baby.
Second down and short. And this is Alan Harmon picking up the first down. I was laughing about something else. This is an entertaining ball game to watch. But when Spencer Jackson told Peter Scowcroft how he split the safeties, Peter's eyes got wide like, you did what? I don't think Peter quite knew the terminology on that particular play. The ball is at the 38-yard line. An amazing experience in an exciting ball game, 21-14. The experience and the experiment is they're not stopping the clock after out-of-bounds plays or missed passes until 2 minutes left. And we've got 3:40 to go in the third quarter, and the whole game is much less than 2 hours old. Here's Riordan back throwing again, and he has his man Nizolik. Nizolik first down inside the 15-yard line. And Philadelphia down by 7 comes back. Bruce Vaughn makes the stop.
You know what they're finding out in this game?
What are they finding out?
Even though they're a little lax and they've got different people in there, when you still throw the ball on target, they're finding out that their backup quarterbacks can play extremely well, and that's a good sign going into next year.
Riordan has thrown 2 touchdown passes tonight, and that one was right on the money.
And the man I'm watching down there who's charting everything was in Riordan's hands. It's Chuck Fusina, who was the most valuable player in the game, in the championship, and now he's charting.
Here's Harris in motion. Harrison is on the other side, and instead it is a running play, and there's that man again out of University of Pittsburgh, Brian Thomas, and he gets a few yards, and that's all. Charles Riggins is the man who made the stop, along with James Ramey. And it is second down and 7 to go. The ball at the 12-yard line, and Philadelphia in the closing moments of the third quarter is trying to tie this up at 21 apiece, led by Temple's Tim Riordan in his rookie year.
And I think the people here at Wembley will love to see that happen, the tie score. Give them some more to root for their Tampa team.
They've had everything, even the hidden ball trick. I've never seen that in a pro game before. Here's Riordan looking one way, then the other, and out there and catching the ball is Dunnick, the big tight end, and he's down to the 6-yard line. And that will not be enough for the first down. It'll be third down and a couple of yards to go. Clock continues to run, remember, even though he slid out of bounds. And we've got 1:50 to go.
Dunnick beat Alonzo Johnson, number 58, the linebacker, and also beat number 25, Alvin Bailey.
And here in Wembley, as they're going for the touchdown, we'll remind you that the Olympic Games begin next week, and I sit here and look around at this football game and stadium and realize that the 1948 Olympic Games were held right here. And here's the pitch back, and this is Alvin Harvin looking for running. Boy, he's being swung out, but he's got room the other way. And now he's run out of that room, and I think I saw a clip of no flag as Harvin goes down inside the 9-yard line, put down by Alvin Bailey. One man, Tampa Bay, and I think it's Alvin Bailey, got up saying, hey, what happened? Why wasn't it called?
Well, I'll tell you, Dunnick wiped out James Ramey and Mike Summerfield, both guys on Tampa's defensive line. All right, here we go. There's holding to the outside. I mean, that's a lot of holding right there. That's not bad. Is that holding? No. Huh? But on the backside, Dunnick just gets one tremendous block. Here it comes. Watch this. There goes Ramey, and watch what happens. Also, Summerfield, he took out 2 linemen and enabled the back, Alvin Harvin, to get back to the outside, but still no first down. It's fourth. They're going to kick a field goal. Maybe.
Maybe. They didn't the last time. This will be an attempt of 26 yards. Riordan to hold. He is the quarterback, and Trout is going to kick it. And from 26 yards out, he does score. And it is 21-17. Philadelphia trails Tampa Bay. Third quarter, 27 seconds to go here at Wembley Stadium, London. We are back in Wembley. Trout to kick it off, and Williams and Bailey again are deep. Philadelphia came back from 14 to tie at 14 all, fell behind 21-14, now are behind by 4. And this is Alvin Bailey. Bailey, a little route up the middle, tries to get it to the outside, gets across the 25-yard line. And there's Jimmy Jordan, when last seen a 40-yard, well, 39 yards and 11 inches strike to Spencer Jackson right down the middle for a touchdown.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see another gadget play. And when you see this team, they run a lot of them. Wilford Morgan hasn't been involved in anything in a while, number 80. Maybe he will be.
They can let time run out if they want, but they haven't been. Well, I think they may let time run. Nope, they're going to get a play off. Here is Williams and Jackson, and I think they're going to say that time did run out in the third quarter. So they unveiled one of their gadget plays, but it was after the whistle ending the third quarter. So they go down the other end of the end of 3, 21-17, Tampa Bay leading. From Wembley, Jim Simpson, Paul McGuire, Peter Scowcroft, and Jimmy Jordan to throw the ball, and I don't think anybody can catch up to this except the defensive back, Bill Hardy, who makes the interception. That's his second. Let's go to Peter Scrowcroft, who's found some friends.
Well, okay, here we are, guys. This is what it's all about. The good old hat on your head. I think it's absolutely fantastic. We're having a ball down here, and let's just have a word with the Stars here. Okay, George, what do you think about the way the game is played and speeded up? Would you like that in regular season?
Well, it makes the game a lot quicker. You know, we're having a good time here. But hopefully it'll be a lot quicker once it's all over, I guess, huh?
Here they come. Pack it in. How you doing, Vinny? What do you think about it?
Well, you got to be in better shape to play this game, you know. But right now, we won the championship.
Yeah, number one.
You got it, guys. Philadelphia.
I tell you, Ron Coder sounds as though he's Yogi Berra. It'll be a lot quicker when it's all over. I love that line. And now Riordan handing the ball off to Brian Thomas, and Thomas gets to the 20, and that's about all. A gain of 2. He is tackled there by James Ramey, and it is 2nd down and 8. We are in the 4th quarter. Remember, the speeded up game, not stopping the clock totally when a ball goes out of bounds or is dropped, will go off, and they'll go back to regulation play once we hit the 2-minute warning.
You know, you were saying on that pass play before the interception by Bill Hardy, who was going to catch up with the ball. Well, Wilfred Morgan almost got to it.
2nd down. A lot of speed in those wide receivers, even without E.T., who was injured. Eric Trevian. Riordan looking around. He's done a lot of running around here today, and I think he's going to run. Nope, he gets away again. And he fires the ball, and it is caught by Herbert Harris. Put down by Alonzo Johnson. 1st down, 35-yard line.
Well, they're going to have to wait a second because he may have been across the line. No, they say he was not. Watch Riordan. You talk about patience and being a little scared. Fred Nordgren, 68, trying to get through. He's double-teamed at the line of scrimmage. But just take a look at it. He gets back to the outside. No problems there. James Ramey is on him, but then he throws the ball to Herbert Harris, and we've got another 1st down.
Jay, we've talked a lot about American football, but these 21,000 plus love the American cheerleaders that are on either side of the stadium. They're getting tremendous hands. There is Harris going to the right on 1st down from a 35. And the ball is handed off. Brian Thomas has done yeoman work today and picks up 5 yards there out to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 5 to go.
You want to know, I'll show you where quick feet helps you. James Ramey, number 78, is waiting for him. And when Brian Thomas gets to him, he just takes that little sidestep. Watch this. That's what they talk about, quick feet. Bang, there's James Ramey right there. Sorry, I'll go the other way, and I'll pick up 5 yards.
Out wide to the right goes Victor Harrison. To the left, Herbert Harris. Philadelphia down by 4. But with the football after Bill Hardy's 2nd interception. Here's Riordan. Not pressured this time. Rolls out, fires the ball. Caught across the way by Nizolik. He's got his 2nd catch of the day. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 1st down for Philadelphia. Well, that's a lot of living in less than a week, isn't it? To win a USFL championship, celebrate in Tampa Bay, celebrate in Philadelphia, fly to London, and be playing less than a week later.
Celebrate in London. They've had a good time. They really have. They've been treated so royally here, and they've had a super time since they've been here. Both teams. They're staying at the same hotel. They really gotten to know each other, the guys that were, you know, from the other side of the line of scrimmage. They became good friends.
1st down. And that is Harris in motion. Lights have been on, and Rodenberger carries the ball, and I say that because it is getting a little darker. The sun has not gone down, but it is clouded over here in London. All inside the 40, and after all, here in London, it is about 18 minutes before 8 o'clock at night.
And what are we looking at? A 2-hour game so far. We've got 11:35 and counting in the 4th quarter. It's going to be done in 2.5 hours. It's a little too fast. Maybe.
A lot of people would say amen to that. A lot of people, that's been a lot of the criticism leveled against professional football. It takes so long. Now here's Riordan firing out here, and unable to get to it is Victor Harrison. He's caught a touchdown pass today, but that ball was too close to the sidelines, and he couldn't get to it.
And Riordan knows that it was his fault, not Harrison's fault. Just take a look. The ball is just a little bit too far. Had he caught the ball, he'd had a problem getting his feet in bounds. He only got one hand on it, and Riordan knew he had Harrison wide open to the outside.
3rd down. And about 7 to go. From the 38-yard line, our telecast being seen on ESPN today. carried in Canada, Mexico, on the African continent, of course, American Forces Radio around the world. 4 wide receivers this time, and Riordan dumps the ball to Thomas coming out of the backfield, and Thomas is knocked down by Tony Office. Linebacker, rookie, out of Illinois State. But that's enough for a first down, I do believe, and it is at the 31-yard line.
Now there's a strange formation, Jim. The reason I said, when you say you have 4 receivers going downfield, that time Philadelphia had Ken Dunnick, number 80, Scott Nizolik, number 85, 2 tight ends next to each other going downfield, and then 2 wideouts, which were Harrison and Harris. And then they just dumped the ball to the remaining back, who was Brian Thomas.
First down. Philadelphia, if they score here, can go ahead. They're down by 4. Riordan playing for Fusina and doing very well. Gets the ball out. This time he gets it to Victor Harrison.
He got hit in the back.
And he may be the first man to really, truly be shaken up in this game today. Got a tremendous hit.
Lonzo Johnson and Warren Hanna were there. But just take a look at, there's Warren Hanna, and I don't know whether it's Hanna or Johnson that hits him. But take a shot right here. It's Johnson that hits him right in the back, and also Hanna hits him.
First down inside the 15, but Victor Harrison is down on the field.
Victor Harrison coming off the field. He's all right. He got hit, and I think it was Warren Hanna from the backside. Alonzo Johnson is right there, but here's the shot right there in the ribs, and he's all right. He's walking very well, but that's Warren Hanna, 20. Victor Harrison breaking to the outside. Warren Hanna closing. Alonzo Johnson, 58, is going to come over. He gets a shot, but it's that last one with the helmet right in the rib cage, right in the small of the back.
Tim Riordan brings him out of the huddle now as Harrison takes a breather on the sidelines. Riordan is 14 of 18 for 172 yards, 1 interception, and 2 touchdowns. Not bad for a rookie, getting a chance to show his wares. Riordan now, and here he shows he can scramble too, and he throws the ball over here to Brian Thomas, who's knocked down. Oh, when I say he was knocked down, folks, he was level.
Alonzo Johnson.
Level. And again, along this time with Bruce Vaughn. And it is second down at the 11-yard line. They got to get the ball past the 3 to pick up a first down.
That's that old play. He who hesitates is lost. Well, Brian Thomas was deciding whether should I go out of bounds or should I try to split the 2 men that are going to hit me. And he took the hit, and that was the worst choice he could make.
And now Tim Riordan says he wants timeout. 9:21 to go in the game. 21-17 Tampa Bay. Clock shows 9:21 left. In this USFL game, Chuck Fusina played the first series. Jim Moore took his team to the championship. And right now, he's trying to get his team ahead of the Tampa Bay. They haven't been ahead of them yet. Riordan has had a great day, as we said, 14 for 18, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception as the backup to Fusina. By the way, Jonathan Sutton, number 26, is playing wide receiver. Why is that a surprise? He is their starting left cornerback, but getting a chance to catch the ball tonight. And he is split wide to the left. Second down and 7 to go from the 11-yard line. And here's Riordan. Look out. Riordan dumps the ball off to Brian Thomas. Thomas trying to get the first down and may have the first down. Inside the 5-yard line, and it may be face mask down there as the flag went down very quickly.
Or holding by the offense.
They're walking back. They're walking back, so it must have been an illegal block by the offense.
Okay, Chuck Kaminsky, number 69, is not too happy. Happy number 55 is the center. Let's keep an eye on him. There's Kaminsky, 69. Riordan back to throw, 55. Now, here's where the play is going to, at the point of attack down here. Now, where do we hit the illegal block from the back?
Must have been upfield.
Illegal block. Offense, number 80.
Oh, number 80.
Second down.
That's Dunnick.
Holding.
You said illegal block.
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
No, the sign looks the same, but it's not the same. Second down, and now 12 to go. And Sutton comes out as a wide receiver. All this time, remember, the clock is rolling, even though there was a penalty under these speed-up rules here at Wembley. Harris wide to the right. Zolik wide to the left. And Victor Harrison not in the game. Here's Riordan. Oh, look at this. Touchdown Dunning. All by himself. He'll keep that. Nope, he'll give it away. Riordan's got his 3rd touchdown pass of the night.
You know, they did that with 2 tight ends, Dunnick and Zolik, and 1 wide receiver, Herbert Harris. And Dunnick gets right in the middle of the field, and watch how open he is. There's a little bit of holding in the offensive line, but that's okay. They don't call that today. And there's Dunnick. You can see Dunnick wide open. That's a touchdown.
And for the first time, the champion Philadelphia Stars are in front. And in front now by 3, 24-21. 8:20 left. And the pass from Riordan to Dunnick, his 3rd. Top names in racing tomorrow on the Light Cola 500. Join us here on ESPN Live. Trout to kick off. And this is Alvin Bailey at the 5-yard line. Bailey back to the 20. Bailey across the 30. Bailey breaks across the 40-yard line. First down from there for Tampa Bay. They trail by 3. Let's go to Peter Scowcroft.
Well, I tell you, Jim, we've just seen the kickoff there where Tampa really came back at you. But let's go back and talk about that touchdown.
Well, that was we had a 3 wide receiver formation, and Ken Dunnick, who is normally a tight end, out of necessity because of some injuries, lined up at one of the wide receiver positions, but he just broke down and came over the middle, and Tim Riordan made a nice pass to him.
But that was a deliberate placing of him as a tight end, a wide receiver.
Basically, right. We had to put him in there because he wouldn't normally be in there in that formation and that play, but because of some injuries that we've got, he had to play that position, but it was deliberate, yes.
That play we just saw then, a mistake by your guys?
Well, they had a good return there, and we've got some different people again on our kickoff coverage than we normally would, but it was a good return on their part.
Okay, Jim, great. Okay, there you have it from the expert, Jim Mora.
Peter, you're wonderful. That was Ricky Williams carrying the ball. And Peter Scowcroft, an Englishman, is asking questions about football of American professionals. Remember this. Our production crew today is working with our talented British technicians, and how many American football games have they done? The cameramen and all the rest. Think about that for a while. Doing an amazing job. From the 49-yard line, 2nd and short, the 49-yard line of Philadelphia. Ricky Williams in motion. And here's the pitch back, and Blunk has the ball. And Joel gets down to the 46-yard line, and that's the first down. John Shigo, the rookie at Lehigh, made the stop.
I didn't ask before this game, but seeing that it is a postseason game, if they go to tie at the end of 4 periods, are we going to see overtime in this ball game? Or are they just going to let it go? Because we have a chance to do that at 24-21.
Do you think any team on there will allow that possibility to come up?
They'll give them 4 points for the field goal.
First down from the 46. An amazingly entertaining game. Means absolutely nothing except the experiment is something. And the younger players have a good chance. Jordan dumps it over. Whoops. Williams had the first shot at it. And then it was almost intercepted by Mike Johnson, the rookie out of Virginia Tech. But it went by too fast. Second down.
Jordan hit Ricky Williams in the hands. It'll fake to Ricky Williams. He goes out and he sets up. It's about a 7 or 8 yard pattern. But the ball, in all defense of Ricky Williams, was there a little bit too soon. When he turned around, the ball had already gone by.
Spencer Jackson checks back into the ball game.
Time for a gadget.
Second down 10. Steve Spurrier tries him. He's got a gadget. He's wearing a gadget today with his knickers. Second down.
Here it comes, gadget play.
Williams,
Wilfred
Jackson, Wilfred Morgan, and Wilfred's in trouble. He gets out of bounds. George Jameson played that very well. A rookie out of Cincinnati. And it's 3rd down and long.
Well, Wilfred Jackson is going to, Wilfred Morgan, is going to be in an awful lot of trouble in the backfield. This play takes a long time because 3 different people handle the football. And there's Wilfred Morgan saying, wait a minute, maybe I should get out of bounds. I think it's time. George Jameson was the last man there.
This ball game is now approximately 2 hours and 15 minutes old, and we have 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to play. Third down. Here's Jimmy Jordan. And he's going for Jackson again, and Hardy's got his third interception. Hardy out of bounds. 5 years in the Canadian Football League and having a field day here in England.
Now, isn't Bill Hardy going to leave a memory for the coaches to think about? 3 interceptions. Bill Hardy playing this ball extremely well. Watch Bill Hardy turn at the last second. Bang, he's there. No chance for the receiver, Spencer Jackson, to get to the ball. And watch Hardy say, well, enough is enough. Let me get out of bounds.
5:19 left. Philadelphia's got the lead, 24-21. But more importantly, they've got the football. And when you say, hi, Mom, from England, you're saying, hey, get out of the picture there. We want to see Bill Hardy, who has 3 interceptions now.
Well, look at it. He's on Spencer Jackson. Watch Bill Hardy at the last second. He sees Jackson going for the ball. Watch the 2 Philadelphia players. That's McCants and Scott Woerner that wipe each other out. Spencer Jackson ends up unscathed.
But without the football.
Yeah, Bill Hardy gets his 3rd interception. He is our MVP, and we'll get a handshake from all the guys in the truck.
First down from the 40-yard line. And we can see that Wayne Peace, or rather, I'm sorry, Riordan is back in. And look who he throws to right away. Booker Russell on the far sideline. Riordan is just really having a good day. There's no question about that. Rookie, as we said, out of Temple. You know, we keep asking the players and the coaches and you and asking even me sometimes what we think of the speed-up game. What about the people watching around the country or on American Forces Radio? What do you out there think of it? Don't send your comments to us, but to the USFL in New York. Maybe there will be an uprising saying we like it or we don't like it. Go back to the old way. Second down.
It'll still be up to the coaches and the owners.
Sure. Oh, yeah, but they're in tune. Whoops. Mazolik almost wishes he hadn't caught that ball because he was leveled by Kerry Reed. But that is a first down. And Philadelphia continues to hold on to the ball with less than 4.5 minutes to go and a 3-point lead.
Kerry Reed, the left corner, is playing so far off. It's been a while since he's played, but Kerry Reed is playing so far off on that left corner that you can throw the intermediate routes anywhere from 8 to 12 yards.
Well, Jeff George has been in there for a while. Reed was in there in the first half, and they put Kerry back in there. He is a rookie out of Morehouse State, and they're letting him be tested here, and he will be tested because they're looking for cornerbacks. Anybody's looking for cornerbacks, and Reed is getting a chance to show his stuff. But he is, again, about 10 to 11 yards off the receiver on his side. And Riordan knows it, so he throws behind the receiver to his side, which was Herbert Harris. That was Reed's man.
Okay, we also have, Jim, another defensive player playing offense. Mark McCants, number 20, is now playing the receiver position.
It is second down and 10. Now, see, we're getting down toward the 2-minute mark, and the clock is running even though they had an incompleted pass.
Here is where the team that has the ball and has the lead are very happy with the clock until it gets to the 2 minutes because they have a chance to run off all that time.
And now, as you see, it is McCants who is wide, just trotted out to the left. Here's Riordan, and they're looking out here, and, well, you tell me. I guess they were trying to get the ball to Harmon, but he was all tied up in there with Tony Office, who was doing a job on him. Let's see what this is. Hello, Tampa, St. Pete. The weather's bad. Wish I were on the beach. Go Bandits. 24-21, and we'll take timeout. What a shot from Wembley Stadium in London, England. With 3:11 to go and counting, we have 2 men in the ball club now for Philadelphia that are defensive men in as wide receivers. McCants and Sutton on 3rd down 10, and Riordan going back. And Riordan throwing, and that's no good downfield. Intended down there for Herbert Harris. And Jeff George had just come in to replace Kerry Reed and was doing a job on Herbert Harris. So it is 4th down.
And we have a flag and maybe roughing the passer. Is that? No, it's holding. What do we have?
Nope, it's going to be holding that they're going to take. And I would assume they'd refuse that, sure. 4th down.
Well, we'll see if we can see the holding. Here it is. Here's Riordan back to right there is the holding. Well, that's more like a tackle by Happy, who was the center.
4th down. Paul, talk about Bill Hardy as our MVP, and we don't officially pick one in this game as we do during the regular season. He's got 3 interceptions, but how about Tim Riordan with 3 touchdown passes? They come in threes, you know, either the touchdown passes or the interception.
Why not? Let's give it to both of them.
Yeah, since we're giving nothing away.
That's right. We're not giving anything away.
But they're both doing a good job, and both of them, remember, are backup players. That's Alvin Bailey standing back on the 10-yard line. And Stan Landeta has not been called on to do this. Landeta would love to kick this ball, standing inside his 40, because if he gets the ball up, he's got about a 30-mile wind behind him just to carry it, well, I guess down to Charing Cross. I'm not sure.
I hope Sean Landeta listened to me. Now, I told him when you get inside the 50, you aim for the 10-yard line and kick it out of bounds. Now, is he going to let it or wait for McCants, number 20, to go down and get it, or is he going to kick it out of bounds? We'll see how my school has been working.
When did you do this?
Last year in the Denver with the championship game. Okay. Maybe he didn't remember.
We'll see.
All right, hit it. No, he's not going to.
He's got it up high.
He's going to let it hit.
There's McCants down there, and he can't get it, but it goes out of bounds just about the 10-yard line.
Way to go, Sean. You listen. Not well, but you listen.
2:25 left in the game. When they get to the 2-minute mark, they'll go back to the regular rules as far as the clock is concerned. And the go-ahead play was from Tim Riordan to the tight end Ken Dunnick, who was all alone in the end zone, and that made it 24-21.
Steve Spurrier said before the game he was going to let me call a series of downs. He hadn't called on me yet, but I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to throw the ball. Jordan is going to throw the ball to number 83, Jim Fitzpatrick.
Okay, I'll take that. Jimmy Jordan had a great couple of downs when he first came in, including that 40-yard touchdown strike to Spencer Jackson. Since then, he's been intercepted a couple of times.
Ready?
And now Jordan on the handoff and moving out across the 15-yard line is Ricky Williams. He is in the backfield with Joel Blunk. Williams 44.
I don't think he listened to me, Jim.
We are here at the 2-minute mark. Time is out, and we're in jolly old London town, where everybody's had a great time all week long. Both players, as Paul said, staying in the same hotel, seeing the sights of London. And one of the biggest sights of London, it just takes your breath away every time you see it, and that's the Royal Guard by Hyde Park marching up the street. All right, with Paul McGuire and Peter Scowcroft and 21,000 fans here at Wembley Stadium, I'm Jim Simpson. Now, remember, we go back now to the regular rules. Incomplete pass, step out of bounds, stop the clock. It doesn't start again until the snap of the ball.
And first down. The clock will stop until they're ready, till they set the change, and the official starts it again.
It is 2nd down and 5 from the 15. And Jordan back to throw. Jordan has a man, and that's a pretty good catch by Blunk, and he's got the first down. The rookie out of Duke picks up the first down across the 20. And that will stop the clock, as Paul said, while they move the chains. Tackle was made by John Brooks. And Jordan feels a little bit better about that. Fired a strike. It was caught. He does have a first down.
And a hurry-up offense, which they're famous for anyway, Tampa Bay.
They are down by 3, remember. Here's Jordan again on first down. Jordan's got a man, and that is Blunk. And is that it picked off? I think it is by Mike Johnson. I think it is by Mike Johnson. And let's see. Jimmy Jordan is staying there as though they say the ball bounced. Let's take a look. Steve Spurrier is happy about that.
Well, here comes Blunk out of the backfield. That's Joel Blunk, number 45. And watch Mike Johnson. He is a big man. Does the ball hit the ground?
Well,
I'll tell you
my
what.
heavens. I think
Well, we got to keep
all right,
the game
he
exciting.
didn't get it. Okay. Here is Jimmy Jordan. Running won't do it, Jimmy. He's got a first down, which will stop the clock with 1:31 to go, but 60-some yards to go. About 66 yards. But remember, and we come back to what Paul McGuire said, if Zenon Andrusician gets in position and they go for a field goal to tie, do they say that's the ball game, folks, or do they go in overtime? That's one thing that we neglected to find out before the game.
I hope they say enough is enough.
Uh-oh. There's Jordan. Time. Oh, this is a pass that is caught by Ricky Williams. I never thought that had a chance, but Jordan played it right into the hands of Williams, and Brooks couldn't do a thing about it. Another first down.
Well, Brooks was following Ricky Williams. Just take a look at it here and watch Ricky Williams. Total concentration. Jimmy Jordan, watch where he puts the ball. No chance for Brooks here. He slows down, he waits. Williams picks up, not only catches the football, but also picks up the first down.
Ball is at the 46-yard line. 1:10 to go. Tampa Bay down by 3. First down. Jordan's got a man and underthrows there. And that was Ricky Williams out of the backfield. And I want to tell you, Vinny DeMarinis leveled Ricky Williams. Now that will stop the clock in the last 2 minutes.
All right, they're not getting a great pass rush. Philadelphia, they're going with 3 down linemen. Everybody else, all the linebackers are dropping off. But what's happening with Tampa Bay, just in this series, I'm going to do a little analyzing now. They're not sending anyone deep to clear out anywhere. So you've got the 4 linebackers sitting in there, plus the 4 defensive backs. So you have 8 people actually covering 4.
All right, here's something else for you. Larry Brodsky, remember first half, Steve Spurrier said, if you can't get both arms up, I don't want you in there getting hurt. Brodsky is back in the ball game as a wide receiver, and he is quick.
Fitzpatrick and Morgan, delay of game.
Delay of game with 1:03 to go. What was that? Chuck Pitcock thrown out and raised his hands to the umpire like, what is this? Now, that's one of the rare penalties, and of course, not many people here know what that's all about.
Well, they're booing because I don't
no delay of game.
Understand it.
That's right.
How can you have a delay of game?
With nothing going on. Not realizing that there is a clock, same as in America, with 30 seconds on it. And once it runs down, you better get that play off by then. All right, Brodsky's now coming out of the game. He was in there. They got the delay of game. They bring him back out. Second down, remember, and 15. Here's Jordan. Jordan across the middle, and it's banged down by Dimler before it got across the middle. Number 99 knocked it down.
Well, now we've got third down and 15.
And 58 seconds to go. 24-21. The USFL champion Philadelphia Stars down by 14, tied it at 14, fell behind 21-14, came up 21-17, and then Harrison caught Riordan's third touchdown pass to make it 24-21. Brodsky back in. He's wide left. Wilford Morgan to the right.
Remember, John Brinkman caught some passes in the first quarter, had not caught any, but maybe you might want to go to him.
There's a man, and that is Brodsky. First down. Brodsky, Garcia Lane puts him down at the 40.
Said one thing about Brodsky. You talk about speed, Jim. He has speed. Garcia Lane lost him just for a moment. Jimmy Jordan hit him right on target. Fitzpatrick and Brodsky are both going to stay in the game. They're going to take Ricky Williams out of the ball game and go with 3 wide receivers and a tight end. They've got a lot of speed in there now.
And remember the possibility of a tie game, although if Andrusician does take a shot at it, the wind would be right in his face. Here's Jordan. Jordan, look out. His own man had him.
Rufus Brown.
Look at this. Watch this.
Rufus Brown actually tackled him. He was playing his man, and then
he got Jordan.
Grabbed Jordan, and Jordan goes down. Watch Rufus Brown, number 60, who was the right guard. All right, Dimler is there. He goes over. Watch Rufus.
Hey,
he
you're my
throws Jimmy
man.
Jordan to the ground. Wait a minute.
Now I've seen everything in a football game.
Now there's where, after this game is over, when they look at the film, they give him the eye test.
Tell me something. Have you ever seen a man tackled in his own backfield by one of his own men? Not downfield.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can hear something. I'll get to that in just a minute. You hear that?
I didn't hear a word.
Well, Jimmy Jordan might have said something that he didn't like a long time ago, and he figures this is really kind of a pleasure game, and I want to get him now.
Oh, you're putting me on now.
I am putting you
from the 45-yard line.
But it does look funny. I mean, he's out trying to block somebody. He's doing anything he can, and all of a sudden he throws his own quarterback down.
See Kelvin with 60Z. Dimly, I in the booth can hear Steve Spurrier, but not sufficient to know what he's saying.
Well, I know it. X, Y, and Z.
That's what I didn't understand.
All right. The Y is the tight end, the X is the split end away from the tight end, and the Z is the man on the side of the tight end. So Z would be Wilford Morgan, 60Z, Wilford Morgan, number 80. I'll see if I'm right.
Second down. Jordan back to throw, looking in Morgan's direction, and Morgan falls down across the way. You were right.
So smart.
34 seconds to go, but it is third down, and they're still backed up to the 45-yard line.
I like the call because all they tried to do, Jim, out of the 15 yards was to pick up 10 of it and not go for the distance on the play. They still have that shot. They take the 10 to 12-yard pattern and maybe break it into the 15 to get the first down. We'll stop the clock. We're at 34 seconds.
24-21, Tampa Bay trails. The USFL champions Philadelphia Stars. Jimmy Jordan. Jordan puts it up, and it's for Fitzpatrick, and what a defensive play made there by R.L. Harris, the rookie out of Stephen F. Austin, number 37.
Boy, you are so right. R.L. Harris was right there. There's Jim Fitzpatrick. Watch him working on R.L. Now watch R.L. He waits for the break. Now watch his move. Watch how quick R.L. closes. Bang, knocks the ball away because that was caught. You could see Fitzpatrick's feet were in bounds.
Fourth down, 15 to go from the 45.
And this would be the last play because the ball's, well, they'd have to put it in play to start the clock.
It's all or nothing. They've got to get at least 15 yards to keep it alive. Jordan, and Brodsky's got the 15 yards. R.L. Harris couldn't have played it any better, but Brodsky was there, and Jordan was on target, and a defensive Philadelphia Stars down hurt.
Well, Brodsky catches the ball, but you got to give credit to Jimmy Jordan. Watch, look at R.L. Harris is right there. Watch where he puts the ball. Away from the defender. You can't play any better than R.L. played that play, and Brodsky just hauled the ball down with total concentration.
Now, 22 seconds to go, first down, but clearly growing closer to the possibility of a tie. Gene and Andrusician.
What I don't know, excuse me, Jim, is the fact that I don't know how we get 3 timeouts and a half, and I don't know how many timeouts because we don't see anything on the board that Tampa Bay has. So with 22 seconds, if they have at least 2 timeouts, they can run 4 plays.
Ball is at the 26-yard line. Steve Spurrier's team is giving the USFL champion Stars a go of it. They've used the hidden ball trick. Both teams have used everything from fake field goals to flea flickers to reverses.
Well, if they kick the field goal from here for Zen and Andrusician, it'll be a 43-yard field goal against the wind, and I know they want to get a lot closer than that.
Jordan puts it up long for Wilford Morgan, and it is intercepted in the end zone. Warner's going to stay right there, and that'll be it. Scott Woerner got the interception off Jordan, who puts his helmet back, and the former University of Georgia All-America has done it. 12 seconds on the clock. The ball will come to the 20. They'll put the ball in play, and as a matter of fact, they're about to walk off the field right now. They'll just put it in play for one. It was intended for Wilford Morgan.
Yeah, Wilford Morgan breaks to the inside. He trips, and that's not pass interference. R.L. is right there, Harris, and look at, he just trips over R.L.'s feet, and then Scott Woerner comes in and makes the interception, but that was not Scott.
He didn't want to come out or not.
Yeah, if he was thinking about coming out of there, you got to be a little crazy. The game's over with. They're going to start the clock. No, they got to wait. They have to put the 1 play in.
1 play in, and that will be all. Riordan, who has thrown 3 touchdown passes, including the go-ahead, puts his knee down. That will run out the clock, I think, unless they call time. Nope, nobody's going to call time. This has been an exciting game, an unusual game, played with a speed-up rule for 28 minutes of each of the first halves. But here come the fans on the field. That's what they do. in soccer or American football games. They love to come on the field and get around the Stars, and there they are. 21,000 fans at Wembley Stadium to see the Philadelphia Stars come from behind in the fourth quarter and win it on the pass from Riordan to Duddick by the score of 24-21. And don't forget the 3 interceptions of Bill Hardy, and add another interception in there in the late moments by Scott Woerner in the end zone. And now a good look at Wembley Stadium, where they played the World Cup, they've had the Olympics, and today they saw an exciting brand of American football. The Philadelphia Stars are the winners, and it's trophy time. Let's go to Peter Scowcroft.
Okay, that's great. And welcome down here onto the sidelines. With me, the winning coach, Jim Mora. What a great game, Jim.
It was a great game for the fans. It was close, back and forth, hard fought, quite a bit of scoring. The ball was in the air a lot. It was a heck of a game.
What about this guy, Scott Woerner?
Scott Woerner has been one of our fine players here for 2 years, very instrumental in us winning the championship this past year, and made the big interception here at the end of the game to win it for us.
I tell you what, Scott, that was some interception.
Thank you very much. It's it's just one of our base coverages we were in, and I was fortunate enough to come up with the ball.
Well, I tell you what, it gives me very great pleasure. On behalf of everybody here, the Jet Save Challenge Cup is yours, Scott. I think you ought to take it. Have the base as well. Well done. I couldn't carry both of them together. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Stars. A great victory. And now let's go back upstairs to the boys.
Thank you, Peter Scowcroft, for all your help this afternoon. The American flag flying Paul McGuire. We've seen an unusually exciting game for an exhibition here in London town.
Well, it was not only for the fans here in England, Jim, but I guarantee you the people back in the United States that saw this football game saw an exciting game. They saw everything you're ever going to see in a ball game, every gadget that Tampa Bay had, and Philadelphia.
And Tim Riordan threw 3 touchdown passes, including the winning one. I'm Jim Simpson with Paul McGuire and Peter Scowcroft. Philadelphia wins. Let's go to Tom Mees.
Thank you very much again, Jim Simpson, for the final time this USFL season. The season officially ended last Sunday, but what an exciting exhibition for the British fans who don't get to see too much of American football live. Yes, they get a lot of it on TV. Last year, the NFL had an exhibition there, the Cardinals and Vikings. This year, a very exciting ending as the Tampa Bay Bandits introduced the British people to bandit ball against the champion Philadelphia Stars. And you know what? I guess the Stars like to win no matter what, even if the game doesn't mean a thing. The final score, 24-21. It was a rookie quarterback, Tim Riordan, out of Temple, firing 3 touchdown passes to help bring the Stars from a 14-0 deficit into a victory. And also Bill Hardy, 3 interceptions for the former Canadian Football League performer and the former All-American out of Georgia. You saw accept the trophy there at the end of the game. Scott Woerner making the clinching interception. A good game also for the Bandits, who rolled up a lot of yards offensively, and I'm sure Steve Spurrier got to look at some young kids he's wanted to look at for a long time. Our final score from historic Wembley Stadium in London, England, in this USFL exhibition, the Philadelphia Stars win it 24-21 over the Tampa Bay Bandits. For Jim Simpson and Paul McGuire, I'm Tom Mees saying so long from Wembley Stadium.